Do you play fantasy football? Do you use a cheat sheet on draft day? Do you have Microsoft Excel? If you said yes to these three questions, then we've got the Fantasy Football Draft Tool for you. The Executive Draft Master is brought to you by FantasyDraftTools.com and the Fantasy Football Mastermind, FFMastermind.com. Let's get into a quick demo of the tool. What we have here is the scoring sheet. Here is where all the customization of your league occurs. Each position has a points breakdown. We also have all of our league settings that you're able to change. The one that I want to really touch upon is that this tool handles both standard drafts and auction drafts. Once you've got everything set the way you want it, you simply recalculate projections and build your draft board. What it's going to go is go cheat sheet by cheat sheet, updating our projections against your league settings to come up with projected fantasy points and sorts them accordingly. One thing I definitely want to touch upon is our starting auction value. This is the auction value that we projected to be at the start of the draft. And then the current auction value is the auction value that is updated throughout the draft once players are picked and dollars are spent. If guys are spending too much money, you're going to get deals on the players. But if people are spending not enough money on these players, it's going to cost more and more as the draft goes on for these prime players. So each cheat sheet has its own set of auction values, projections, and fantasy points. The ones in red obviously have been picked and crossed off already. We also have a masters list which comprises all the cheat sheets together. Not only do we have all the offensive positions, we have defense and individual defensive players. The draft board, let's go through a quick example. Let's say the Dogs want to draft Reggie Wayne. You pick wide receiver, you pick Reggie Wayne, say $30. Everything gets calculated from the total money spent so far, the total remaining, and the one player max. That one player max says, assume I spend the minimum dollar amount on every roster spot except that last one, I can spend $82 on one player. Okay? To navigate from team to team, simply click these blue buttons up here. The team that's highlighted in red is the team that you're looking at down here. We can jump over to a summary. The summary gives us this team's roster spots, the Dogs. You want to change those, you click over here. Going across the line, you have the one player max for each team, the total spent and total left for each team, as well as the positional breakdown. How many quarterbacks did the Dogs draft? Here you go. It's real easy on the eyes, makes drafting very, very efficient. The player pool here is these are the guys that are left. The empty spaces are the guys that have been picked. Each position has its own tab. Very good, easy on the eyes. What I can do is I can jump back to the draft board and make more draft picks, or I can go to the All Teams grid. The All Teams grid was built for those guys that like the old sticker board. You know, that $30 sticker board you guys would pay for. It's color coded, looks just like it did. The one feature that we give you that sticker board doesn't give you is, hey, I can sort it based on how you guys drafted them, or I can sort it based on position. So it'll group everything for you, put them in order of quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, kicker, so on and so forth. Remember, FantasyDraftTools.com.